The Republican National Committee met today in Arizona and welcomed former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney, who spoke privately with members, and he was later introduced by the 2008 Republican presidential nominee, the Senator John McCain. The theme of the event? Unity.
I am so gratified to see our party coming together in a solid team that is going to elect him President of the United States.
We want to welcome you in a formal way to a great family.
Well, it's good to see so many old friends. Thank you.
So Romney is the presumptive nominee, right? That may be jumping the gun a bit. RNC Chairman Reince Priebus told the National Journal yesterday, "This Tuesday, I think, is probably going to be a defining moment for our decision-making as to whether or not we move forward with the declaration of Mitt Romney being the presumptive nominee," he said Tuesday. Reince Priebus joins me now from Scottsdale, Arizona. Hi, Reince. Thanks for being with us. Today's event was supposed to help.
Jessica.
Today's event was supposed to help unite the Republican Party behind Mitt Romney. Why wait until Tuesday's primaries to call him the presumptive nominee?
Well, I mean, out of, I think, respect and deference to Congressman Paul and Speaker Gingrich, you know, we're still talking to all the candidates who, you know, we have, you know, a little bit of a different deal here. We've got to follow some rules. And I think also just, like I said, I think out of respect for them, it's important for us to continue talking and just making sure that we're moving slowly. We're communicating with all the campaigns, obviously, but
so does that mean
I think
that after
Tuesday's important.
So does that mean that after Tuesday you'll ask Gingrich and Paul to end their campaigns?
No, I don't think I'd ever do that. I would let Mr. Paul and Gingrich decide on their own what they want to do.
Why? You're the party leader.
Obviously,
Isn't it your role to step in and ask these campaigns to end, to help Romney seal the deal and move forward?
No, I don't think so. I think it's up to our primary voters to help them and others make the decisions as to whether or not they want to stay in or not. I mean, it's a combination of momentum, it's a combination of delegates, it's money. I mean, it's all of those things, but ultimately winning and losing matter in these primary battles, and that's why Tuesday's important. So I actually think the opposite, Jessica. I think in this country, I think people are tired of folks in Washington telling them what they should do and what they shouldn't do, and that's why we let this process play out. And I think actually it's been going very well. You know, I think if you look at how the governor's doing, he's doing well. The party is getting pretty well unified, but we've got a few more days or weeks to go.
Okay, on that, CNN is reporting that RNC members and state chairmen had to sign a form pledging to support Governor Romney at the national convention before they could attend a private event with him today. 3 Iowans apparently refused to sign that loyalty pledge. Is that concerning that some refused to sign, and is that really the way to win over party leaders?
Well, no, I don't know a whole lot about that, actually, Jessica. I think the Romney campaign had their own event for their own supporters, and they were doing some things there. But actually, the folks from Iowa did actually end up taking their picture, and it wasn't a big deal. And there are some party rules, actually, Jessica, that don't allow informal endorsements prior to declaration of presumptive nominees. So that formality means something in a lot of states, and that's really the reason why some of this stuff goes on. It's not really out of disloyalty or anything like that. It just has to do with party rules in different states.
Okay, let's look ahead to the general election. You wrote an op-ed in Politico this week saying President Obama is not doing enough for Latino voters, and that, quote, Latinos also face an unemployment rate that is higher than the national average. But look at this. In the latest NBC Wall Street Journal poll, 69% of Latinos support the president compared to 22% approval for Mitt Romney. That is huge ground to make up for your likely presumptive Republican nominee. How do you do that without major changes in policy?
Well, I mean, first of all, I wouldn't quarrel with you, Jessica. We do have a lot of work to do, and so I think that what we have is a couple things. One, top-line messaging matters, and I would say that even people who don't agree with us politically would at least agree that in regard to jobs and the economy and where we sit today, the Republican Party is in a much better place to make the appeal with Hispanic voters as to the direction of our country. We've got better messengers, Marco Rubio, Luis Fortuno, Susana Martinez, Brian Sandoval. But I think for the committee, what we need to do is to, and what we're doing by rolling out Hispanic Victory Centers around the country, Hispanic Victory Directors around state parties. And what I'm telling you is that we need to communicate on the ground in the Hispanic and Latino communities across America, and we've not done a good enough job in doing that, and that's why we're rolling out that now. And I think you're going to see that gap shrink tremendously over the next few weeks.
I want to continue this conversation with you. Unfortunately, I have to interrupt you because we have breaking news now, and we will continue at another time. Reince Priebus from Arizona. Right now, we have breaking news on the Secret Service prostitution scandal. CNN senior congressional correspondent Dana Bash is on the phone with us right now. Dana, you have been breaking news on this all day, and tell us what you have.
Well, the Secret Service is now making it official that 3 additional employees have chosen to resign. So 3 additional employees have chosen to resign. In addition to that, Jessica, we know that 11 Secret Service members were sent home from Colombia, but now a 12th employee has been implicated, and that employee has been placed on administrative leave, and his security clearance has been temporarily suspending pending the outcome of the investigation. In addition to that, one of the employees who was involved has actually been cleared of misconduct. So our understanding is that 5 employees are on administrative leave and their security clearance remains suspended. But the headline is that 3 additional employees of the Secret Service have now been forced out. The way they're wording it is chosen to resign. We all know what that means. So all told, if you count the 3 earlier this week, 6 altogether, 6 agents or members of the Secret Service have now lost their jobs because of the scandal.
So, Dana, you're saying 6 have lost their jobs because of the scandal, 1 more implicated in trouble, but now one of those that we thought was in trouble is now cleared of all wrongdoing?
Exactly. One of those has been cleared of, quote, serious misconduct, but apparently will face appropriate administrative action. Unclear what that means and, of course, who this person is. Our understanding, kind of the background of this as this has been going forward, as we've been talking to sources about how this is shaken out, is that at least one of these Secret Service members was pushing back pretty hard, saying that he did not do anything wrong, did not do anything to break the rules or the code of the Secret Service. And it's unclear if this is the particular individual that we're talking about or not, but it is important to note that one of the 11 original members who were sent home from Colombia has been cleared, but will face what they call administrative action.
Wow, interesting. And as we know, the investigation continues. All of those who have left also continue to remain under investigation, is my understanding.
Exactly.
And so they remain a part of the ongoing inquiry. Another piece of news we've learned this hour is that the president was briefed by Director Sullivan in the Oval Office on the latest developments earlier today. Dana, you've been doing amazing reporting all day long, and you have all the latest.
You too, Jess.
Thanks so much, and keep us posted if you get more. CNN's Dana Bash reporting the latest for us. And coming up, a prostitution scandal in Colombia, a spending scandal at the Government Services Administration. Are they personnel issues or political ones? We're talking about how they could impact votes come November.